break, every breakaway, every cross, every goal, every dunk, every pit stop, every loss, every victory, every single sport. We will be
Studio is live.
watching.
Next, we're up. Good morning, and thank you for being there, for staying there and listening to Smooth 98.1. It's such a pleasure to know that you're tuned in. Send us messages on WhatsApp 0809 It is time for us to talk sports inside of the locker room. My name is Valentine Ohu, and we have Tope Cole in the studio.
Flying solo this morning. Good
Mr. Tipsy, how
morning.
you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm great. So we have all these stories to go through. YouTube is live as well, so you can use that to watch the conversation and comment as well. And Twitter is another one. Send it to at Smooth981FM. The hashtag is LockerRoom981. First, the effect of coronavirus in sports, as we see a lot of events being postponed, cancelled, shifted, playing solo. Interesting stuff. Now, from football to tennis, basketball, rugby, golf, cricket, Formula One, all of them,
All of them.
all involved. Many sporting events have either been postponed or built to take place without fans. Now, different regions are handling the outbreak differently, with some taking stringent measures, more stringent measures than the others. Olympiacos, a Nottingham Forest owner, business magnate, is reportedly recovering from the virus. I saw the story yesterday. I was like, yikes. French and PSG superstar Kylian Mbappe was sick and was hence tested for the virus yesterday, with the results yet unknown. The latest casualty is Arsenal versus Man City match, which was meant for tonight but has been postponed as well. However, Wolves will play Olympiacos tomorrow. They had their request to postpone the match rejected by UEFA. Why?
It's so crazy. I don't know why UEFA will reject such a request because the reason why Arsenal and Manchester City's match tonight is being postponed is because Arsenal played Olympiacos 2 weeks ago, and the owner of Olympiacos, the business magnate, 12 days after, said he was recovering from coronavirus, and he met with the teammates, that's Arsenal players and staff,
And shook hands.
and shook hands. Obviously, I mean, when you're meeting the owner of the club side, it's natural as men to always want to shake hands. And then, because of that particular news, because he just came out yesterday to say that he's recovering, which is 12 days after, Arsenal are now taking precautionary measures to not play, which is going to be the first English Premier League game not to hold or to be postponed due to this coronavirus. But Olympiacos themselves, whom Arsenal played, are now going to go ahead with their match. Wolverhampton Wanderers is whom they are playing, an English Premier League side, and those ones are like, this Arsenal game is being postponed. Shouldn't ours even take more priority to be postponed?
Yes.
But UEFA turned it down. And so many other tournaments. I mean, the NBA, NFL, for example, say that they're going to restrict access to the locker room, which would include media. The Golf PGA Championship in the US is still going to go on, but they claim that everybody will be forced to use sanitizers. Even if you have your own personal sanitizer, you must use their own sanitizer in their front. The Rugby Nations, for example, a match, France versus Ireland, is set to be played in Paris, is going to be postponed. However, another match in that same tournament played set to be played in Cardiff will still go ahead. So different regions are handling it in different ways. Some are more stringent than others. Some are lackadaisical. We saw LeBron last week say he's not going to play behind closed doors, so he rather favor it being postponed than playing behind closed doors. We saw a match yesterday being played behind closed doors, while another match was played with fans. So it depends on how you look at it and how you think the risk is. In Europe, we know Italy is the most hit, and South America, some other countries, people are just reacting differently to it. So it's just how you manage it, but safety has to be first in everything that we put.
I can't imagine the anxiety in the hearts of the Arsenal players who shook hands. Probably just be staring at those palms for a while.
Exactly.
Who did I touch after?
And then Olympiacos, that's the weird part. Olympiacos,
Yes.
they are going ahead with their match.
Yeah.
How would the Wolves players, they will be scared to tackle even on the field?
Please just take the ball and be
I'm
running
gonna
with it. It's
score.
fine. Well, now Messi is to try to get Ronaldo out of jail. We'll find out how. Reports actually reveal that Lionel Messi, is hiring lawyers and ready to pay 4 million euros to get former teammate Ronaldinho out of prison. Now, the Brazilian is set to remain in prison in Paraguay after his lawyers failed in an attempt to have him put under house arrest following the former Barca star being found guilty of using a doctored passport to enter Paraguay. He could face between 6 months to 5 years behind bars after he and his brother were found culpable and claimed they were tricked.
Yes, and even his lawyers used the word stupid because ignorance is never an excuse.
Yes.
Ronaldinho went, and he and his brother went in like they didn't know they were doing anything wrong. And of course, first of all, we know he's been bankrupt. In fact, he's been in the news for the wrong reason since he retired. Firstly, remember he tried to marry two women on the same day, which made the rounds a couple of years ago, and then now,
I thought he pulled through with that.
yeah, he did. Bigamy is what they call it. It's not bigamy.
Bigamy, of course.
Yeah,
It's a crime.
Apparently, it's not a crime in South America. You know, he can marry as many wives as he wants at the same time, but that was why he was making the news. And now this, I mean, being caught by Paraguayan authorities. And Lionel Messi, I'm sure he's not the only ex-player of Ronaldinho, but now Messi has come out to say that he's going to help him. 4 million euros he's set to drop for lawyers to get Ronaldinho out of trouble if he wins the case, of course. But the thing is, Lionel Messi is coming out, and that's a very magnanimous gesture for him to make to try to help his former teammate. I'm sure there are a lot of other players that could have helped Ronaldinho, but everybody is like, you know, handle your ish. And but it's good to see Lionel Messi come out and try to help Ronaldinho. Hopefully, Ronaldinho will realize and be smart later on in the future that you can't just go around being ignorant. You know, you have to know the right thing to do in different places.
I really do hope he has learned his lesson, though. Somebody else that's making calls. No, it seems like veterans in football coming out from their hiding corners to call on the youngsters to either come back from retirement or just act right. We come back to Nigeria with this story. Kanu Wankwo, he called on Odio Ingalo to come out of his retirement, international retirement, to feature for the Super Eagles again. I wonder why. But Daniel Amokachi joined in this call. Also in an interview, concurred with the famous Papilo after he called time on his career with the national team following 2019 African Cup of Nations in Egypt, excuse me, where he was top scorer with 5 goals and helped Nigeria claim the bronze medals. Why do they think he should come back now?
Because he's hit a great vein of form. Even when he was in China, the reason why a lot of people were skeptical about him, like, okay, your mates are playing in Europe top leagues and you are busy chopping money right there in China. But now he's come back to not just Europe, the English Premier League, and we can see that no matter the number of minutes that we give him to play, he always delivers, even if he's not scored more than 3 goals yet, but he always delivers. And if you look at the Super Eagles striking position, many people believe that we don't yet have anybody as good as Igalo. So why let him go on retirement when you can go and beg him? The reason why he went on retirement in the first place was because he was unhappy with the way fans were treating him. Remember in the World Cup, he missed a couple of chances and death threats were sent to his family, to his wife. He went for the Nations Cup, still turned out the highest goal scorer in the Nations Cup, and said, I'm done with the Super Eagles. Same time, John Obi Mikel was done with the Eagles and Victor Moses also. They've not talked about the other two coming back, but Odion Judigalu, knowing how he's banging in goals, surely we need him in the nearest future.
Does he need that emotional trauma? Is that enough?
Well,
is that enough price to pay?
If the fans can promise that they're going to be nice with him if he loses...
Please, which fans?
Nigerians.
Well, can you promise not to
zero
insult
joy.
him?
You know we have zero joy here.
Exactly. That's my point. Here's an update. Thank you, Big Busy from Maryland, for your message. The France international star has missed training. That's Kylian Mbappe. He missed training on each of the last 2 days, but has not been struck down by the much talked about virus. Kylian Mbappe undergone a test for coronavirus, as reported earlier, but the result came out negative for the Paris Saint-Germain superstar. Mbappe is thought to be the first high-profile footballer to undergo a test for the illness, which is spread all over the world in recent weeks. It was reported earlier on Tuesday that he had been ill in recent times, but the stories broke that he is not even positive at all, which is great stuff.
Yeah,
Great stuff to hear.
good to hear.
Mm.
I doubt if he's going to be fit enough to play though, because he was said to be down with a flu.
Mm.
But they have to take precautions and test him
Yeah.
to be sure it's not just flu.
Of course, if you cough around me now, I'll just send you up to the studio. Sal, this is jokes. Sal says, well, he's banging in goals as reacting to Ojo Igalo's story. He's banging on the goals in the right team with the right frame of mind. And thank you, Edmund, for your message. Joe from Victoria Island says, what do you expect? Lionel Messi has Messi. Wow. And Tayo from Yaba says, I wonder how Ronaldinho will go bankrupt. Poor wealth management, maybe? I hope he listens to Rotus every now and then. Business Express.
He's not the first high-profile celebrity to go bankrupt. So many footballers also. I remember an Eric Jemba of Manchester United then once bought 10 cars in the same day. There's an Ebue also who went. So many players have gone bankrupt. So many stars have gone bankrupt. Not just football players. So it can happen to anybody.
There's really nothing wrong with buying flashy cars, as much as you can afford 2 of each.
10 in a day.
I mean, if you have investments that are bringing in money while you sleep, I guess you can make such purchases. It just depends on your financial standing. Having a financial advisor is always very useful.
True.
Ojo Oladile sent a message. Where's Stega? Please, Stega is resting. Please. Her body is not firewood. Well, keep your messages coming in here on Smooth 98.1 for the Locker Room 981. WhatsApp number 0809 444 0981. We're streaming live on YouTube and on Twitter. We're at Smooth 981 FM. The hashtag is Locker Room 981. Round of 16 debutants in UCL qualify for next round. Atalanta from Italy and RB Leipzig from Germany both won their matches despite never making it past the group stage in the past. The Bundesliga side thrashed Jose's injury-hit Spurs, that's Tottenham Hotspurs, while the Serie A side beat Valencia to go through last night in the Champions League with Illich scoring 4 goals in a 4-3 win with 2 penalties. The most shocking one that I saw was Tottenham losing to RB Leipzig. Did you see that coming?
Absolutely not. Even though I didn't think they were going to come back to qualify, but I thought at least they'll give a good account of themselves. Probably win the tie, but not qualify. But Tottenham Hotspur have suffered in the hands of German teams this season. Remember, Bayern Munich thrashed them big time home and away. RB Leipzig, with the youngest manager at this stage in the UEFA Champions League, Julian Nagelsmann, he's just 32 years old. I checked out his age and I was like, are you serious? You're the coach of a team in the top flight German Bundesliga. Well, he beat Jose Mourinho big time. Jose Mourinho, that's known for winning UEFA Champions League with different club sides. He beat him big time last night. Jose, of course, before the match was asked about injuries, and he said, and I quote, that he has never been as unlucky as he is right now with Tottenham Hotspur's injuries. Harry Kane is, of course, been injured. Son Heung-min has been injured. That was before December. And then in January, they brought in Bergwijn from the Dutch Eredivisie to help them get the goals. He started getting the goals for them. And fast forward to 2 weeks after or a month after, he's now injured. The person that he brought in to help them get the goals, because they are 2 top scorers who are injured, now he's injured. He's joined them on the injury list. So he said he's not been this unlucky before with any club side.
So he saw it coming.
So, yeah, he saw it coming. He said, of course, he had to be positive before the game. If he's not positive, who else will be positive? The manager has to ginger his boys, but they put in 0 performance yesterday. And unlike Jose Mourinho, because over the weekend he called out one of his players and criticized him. This time around, he tried to put his hand around them and take the blame that, okay, you guys should not blame these guys. You know, they've been injury hits, and that's why we could not perform today. For the other match, Ilicic scored 4 goals. Imagine scoring 4 goals and no fans in the stadium to even cheer, to go and celebrate in front of. That was what happened last night, because their match was played behind closed doors.
But that must have been interesting. Did you see? You saw some of those games. Was there any celebration of any sort? Maybe somebody trying to raise their hands and then realize nobody in the spectator stand.
They will celebrate among themselves. But it was just weird.
Because that's something I always look forward to at matches. You know how they'll run and slide against on the pitch, and
now the only people they can run to are their teammates on the bench. Oh man, because it's an empty stand. Or probably go run in front of the camera and say, "You guys are saying, I just scored 4 goals." The match ended 4 goals to 3. He scored all 4 goals. 2 of the 4 goals were penalties. Wonderful. But of course, no fans to cheer with.
All right, we have a lot of fans, and that's you, and we love that you're there listening to the Locker Room 981. Keep those messages coming into our WhatsApp platform is 0809 440 Let's take a break. We'll be back with more stories.
World class station.
Sure, we have to go into that next year. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's up? This is Dare. Stay tuned.
Who
Stay
is
locked
this?
right here on Smooth 98.1. Smooth 98.1. Green Smart. Is it a flavor?
No, it's a special mix of vitamins and iron in golden morn.
But I thought golden morn was made from maize and soya.
Yes, Niger maize and soya protein fortified with Grain Smart, which means the right energy to think and do great things.
Oh. Treat your family to the great taste and energy of Golden Morn. It's up and carry go. Because nothing do you. Golden Morn. Make every day amazing.
Na, na, na. Yeah.
Mixed up flex. Bye.
1, 2, and 3-bedroom bungalows located at Beechwood Park Estate, Bejuleki, available for 78,000 monthly. Brought to you by Mixed Africa, a subsidiary of the ARM
Mixed
Group. Visit
Africa.
www.mixtaflex.com. That is www.mixtaflex.com. Or call 0809 952 4041 or 0814 481 0080 for more information. Mixed Flex, a flexible and affordable way to own your home. Terms and conditions apply.
Maybe likes to make up with mommy, even though she's 2 years old. She
Right, did you skip one story now? Didn't you skip that Mayweather story?
daddy shoes
Did I?
and a tablecloth. Louis likes to eat spaghetti. Somehow it's all over the face. Tony loves to
Oh, yes. I'll get back
They
to
can
you.
use it last. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no wonder. Yes.
Kids can be very handful sometimes. They can be adventurous, overly creative, rough, and more. But we love them that way now, don't we? That's why Kimco is introducing its new pecan ibuprofen suspension to help kids get relief from their pain and fever episodes. Because whenever they're down, we are too. Pecan ibuprofen suspension for the relief of pain, fever, and inflammation in children. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please consult your doctor.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Start my day. Pick 4, 5, 6 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah. My own milk. Pick 4, 5, 6, yeah.
My name na Lady T. Professional Wi-Fi. Hotel, eatery, anywhere where I see free Wi-Fi, I must enter. No Wi-Fi like this. Lady T don't jump.
So, who puts behind the quotes? Was it?
Access to hotspot.
It was surround yourself with people who celebrate your
Oh, never.
accomplishments.
But
What?
me, life no
Surround yourself
suppose
with
get
people
this
who
kind wahala.
celebrate your
That's na
accomplishments.
why we
Yeah, what
enter
did
new
I
plans
put?
for data.
Surround
Like
yourself with
6
people
gigabyte
that
for
will
just
celebrate.
1,500
I
naira.
copied it directly.
Get more data.
Hmm.
To take
Caption
do
is different from
shakara.
what's
Get
on.
more out of life with the new Airtel data plans like 6 gigabyte for
I don't get
1,500
it.
naira. Dial star
Read it.
141 hash now. Data is life. Airtel, the smartphone network.
I didn't caption it. I just put Rihanna put maybe she
You're
edited.
welcome, my dear.
Wasn't
Did you
all that
finish drinking
I'm
your
very
big
certain
4,
that
5,
I
6 growing
sense
up
surround
milk?
yourself with
Yes,
people who
Grandma.
celebrate your
Mama
accomplishments.
Lolo. Yes, you, your grandson, and this big 4, 5, 6 growing up milk sense. Abio, my daughter says
I'll check
nothing
it out
but big
myself.
4, 5, 6 growing up milk for him because it has DHA that supports his growing brain. So I put it in pap, cereal, and anything he likes.
Excuse me.
90% of brain development happens in the first 5 years of life. Peak 456 growing up milk with DHA is specially formulated for children 4 to 6 years of age.
All right,
to
we'll come
support
back.
brain development,
We'll get back
which
with the
helps in
messages.
preparing them for the
Okay.
future.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook at
Glow Up Smart and at peak456_milk on Instagram. Grow up strong and smart with
Hi.
Peak456 Growing Up Milk. This is Frank Dama, and you're listening to Smooth
Okay,
Grooves on
studio
Smooth
is
Radio.
live. Yes, it is. Your Love Music Love Life radio station. Check your time. It's 24 minutes to 9. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of March, 2020. And Tope is here.
Yes, I am.
He is going through the stories with me, analyzing all the breaking stories, reactions to coronavirus, who's tested negative, who's tested positive, who's been asked to come back to playing international soccer or football for Nigeria. Igalo says no, but he hasn't answered
He
yet.
hasn't answered yet. Yeah.
All right, messages go to WhatsApp 0809 4440981. I'm Valentine. Diego Kingston says from, where are you sending this from? He says, I do not for any reason support the return of Igalo to the national team because it will unsettle the young lads that are already doing well in front of the goal. Really interesting perspective. Chara says Igalo, favors over labor is working for him. Like they say, failure has nobody but success has many friends and family. Thank you, Chara. Oh, Chara. Tara from Yaba says, when we're calling Mikel and other retired footballers because they lack commitments, or what? When are we calling them? All right. Let's go on to this next one. Shegun from Ikorodu says, on behalf of Igalo fans FC in Nigeria, I'm pleading to NFF to leave us alone. Wow. To leave us alone. We've retired, so let us focus on our dream club because we've moved on from a relationship with Super Eagles. Shegun, I like how you're claiming family relative on this. Mina says, Ronaldinho wanted to delve into politics like his footballer friend, but couldn't because it is against the law in Brazil to marry two wives if you're going into politics. Interesting. Thank you, Mina, for that
Couldn't eat
information.
his cake and have it.
Right. And somebody's forwarded a message for us. Okay. We'll look at it later, Gabriel. Thank you. That has no relevance to the show, though. But MI from Akoka says, 3 things are certain in life. 1, taxes. 2, death. 3, Tottenham. Choking in football matches. Spurs have lost 5 of their last 6 games. I know it's way too early, but should we be concerned that Jose is quickly becoming the losing one? Mr. Cole, now only you can come
No,
today.
and Spurs are playing Manchester United next, so it doesn't get any easier for them.
All right, let's talk about James Vardy. After being out for a couple of games and a brief goal, the drought, he fired back despite not starting the game on Monday night, scored 2 goals from the bench, and even taunted Villa keeper Pepe Reina, and then asked about it. Claimed the former Liverpool keeper tried to play mind games with him in the penalty box. Interesting.
Yeah.
But James Vardy has now moved 2 goals clear of the goal scorers chats, chasing a pack for the likes of Aubameyang and Co.
Yeah. Jamie Vardy, he didn't start that match, and then he came on from the bench, and Leicester City won a penalty, and Pepe Reina went to whisper in his ear that, I know you're going to play it in the middle, which was supposed to be like mind games. And guess where he played it? He played it in the middle.
Mm.
The goalkeeper that claimed he was going to play it in the middle now died. He didn't remain in the middle for the goal.
Mm.
And then we saw Jamie Vardy give him the tongue out, taunting him after the match. And people thought that it was rather disrespectful until Vardy now came out to explain why he did the taunting, that Pepe Reina tried to play mind games with him. The funny thing is, Jamie Vardy is also in the same position with Igalo because Vardy has also retired from international football. Loads and loads of pundits in England are already talking about Gareth Southgate, the England boss, going to call Jamie Vardy back from retirement, just as we've had them, Kano and Daniel Amokachi, talking about Igalo also coming out of retirement. And this is because English Premier League, I said English Premier League, the English football team, that's the Three Lions, also have many of their strikers injured or will be coming back from injury too close to the Euro 2020s, like Harry Kane, he's British, Rashford also on the injury list, and Tammy Abraham, who they thought would be the third backup, also on the injury list. So who knows? They may probably go and call Jamie Vardy. Funny thing is, as many people have talked to Jamie Vardy about it, he said the manager hasn't made any request from me just yet. So Maybe when he does, then I'll have a decision to make. For now, I'm just enjoying my club football.
And he should, by every right.
Mhm.
Liverpool's Alisson is set to miss the second game in a row as he won't also be available for the Merseyside derby against Everton. But that's not all. Man City, it should be good news for them to hear that Real Madrid's number one keeper, Thibaut Courtois, is set to miss the return leg clash.
Mhm.
Why is this such good news for them?
Because Thibaut Courtois is Real Madrid's number one. And of course, if your number one is not available, then that's supposed to be advantage
Yes.
to the opposing side. So Pep Guardiola must be licking his lips right now and saying, okay,
We're going to score.
since we can't get to the English Premier League, maybe we can get the UEFA Champions League. And trust me, that will be more than enough compensation if they get that particular trophy.
Is it possible though? On a scale of 1 to 10, how possible do you think it will be for them?
On the scale of how he's been performing in the Champions League,
Yes.
4.
Interesting.
But on the scale of him putting all his eggs in one basket and prioritizing it this time around, I'd say never and give him a 7.
All right. There's an apprentice that was set to meet the former boss at Arteta's Arsenal. He was supposed to face Pep's City in their scheduled match tonight, which has now been cancelled as precaution against the virus, coronavirus, that is. And January signing for Southampton, Cedric Suarez, who's been injured since he was brought. That might finally be ready for a Ghana's debut. Manchester City will also welcome Leroy Sané back to the first team training, while De Bruyne may also be set for a return after missing the derby. And for Liverpool captain Henderson, he's set to return after missing 3 games and could start against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks. As some people are coming back from injury, others are going on injury. We were looking forward to tonight's match, Arsenal versus Man City. For those of you that missed it beginning of the show, that match has been cancelled. I woke up to the news this morning because I was already, in fact, for fantasy football league players, I wonder what's going to happen because some of us captained Arsenal players. Aubameyang is my captain. In fact, my vice captain is a Man City player, Kun Aguero. We don't yet know what implication that is going to have on the FPL, but that match has been cancelled because Arsenal met with the owner of Olympiacos, who 13 days has said that he's recovering from the virus. And of course, so many other sporting events have been cancelled due to coronavirus. In fact, Bayern Munich have said that they are going to refund their fans. Bayern are playing Chelsea. They're going to refund their fans who have purchased tickets. The thing is, other club sides have not actually come out to say that they are going to refund their fans. Wolverhampton Wanderers, for example, sold 1,000 tickets, and now
you want them to return the money.
Yeah,
it's a huge loss.
They should.
But they should.
If
Yeah.
Bayern can return it, why shouldn't others return it? But Bayern are the only ones that have come out to publicly say we would refund. Hopefully, others follow suit.
Ima from on Twitter, Ima Pels, he says, wondering why NFF wants to play games behind closed doors. It's not like fans used to go watch those matches. Ima, what's going on? And Femi says, I see Arsenal fans are here mocking Mourinho. At least he knows how to beat a bunch of German of Greek farmers, he says. Something their club couldn't do on a Thursday night. Thank you, Femi. And Yemisi says, playing at national level and playing at club level are 2 different things. Let sleeping dogs lie and let bygones be bygones because nobody's indispensable. Yakubu Ayegbeni was one time at a stage the top scorer in the Premier League, but when it came to the Super Eagles commitments, he always fired blanks. Let Odion Egalo choose with a free conscience because you are cajoled. When you're cajoled to make decisions and later regret, only you can console yourself, and then everybody walk away.
Yeah.
I say, I know we told you now, but I made a decision yourself. Should that happen? Now, Zizi Classic says, I'm so excited for Mbappe. Meanwhile, I think all leagues should just be suspended and declared null and void. This is more serious when Liverpool is not winning the league.
Liverpool right now are saying, God forbid.
Lord.
They waited 30 years for this and nobody's going to take their joy from them.
Okay, we're going to extend the joy for the next 60 minutes because we're stepping into the final segment for Smooth Breakfast. And special thanks to you, Tope Cole. What's your handle on Twitter so people can follow you?
On Twitter, I am at real_tipsy, but I'm more Instagram friendly. So you can catch me on Instagram at tipsycoooll, TIPSYCOOLL.
With your Arsenal jersey.
Yes, so
Stay tuned, Lagos. This is Smooth Breakfast with Valentine Ohu. Good morning. Hey.
Stop talking. Somebody goes to bed.